character. Here's Kevin Maki with this week's Montana Moment, brought to you by Montana Chevy Dealers.
In 2004, retired Hollywood producers started a free after-school program in Corvallis to teach high school students filmmaking. Media arts in the public schools, or MAPS, has now grown to include programs across the state. Based in Hamilton, MAPS Media Institute teaches youngsters film production, graphic design, music production, and new technology. For its work, MAPS is now the recipient of television's highest honor. Kevin Maki has our Montana Moment.
In 2023, MAPS received an Emmy Award from the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Northwest Chapter for the work it has done since 2004. MAPS Executive Director Clare Harff couldn't be prouder.
MAPS is most certainly a trailblazer within Montana, both the art scene, creative scene, as well as education.
Since its inception 19 years ago, MAPS has helped more than 10,000 students tap into their creative talents.
We're helping these students learn how to take an idea or a skill and how to transfer those into something, right? Whether that be a screenplay or a film or a song or a piece of digital art. Any of those skills learned can be applied to anything they go into.
Many students have gone into the film or television industry. For some, their journey's taken them to Hollywood.
Being a PA for a Hollywood production or going to Hollywood in an art school, which many of our students have done, we'll back that up. We'll help them get scholarships. We'll help them find resources.
But since MAPS began, creative possibilities have exploded into so many niches.
Looking great. A lot of these students have a creative direction already, and due to the internet and due to a lot of online opportunities, they're able to forge their own paths, especially with direction from other artists and inspiration.
For others, MAPS has been a springboard into whole other areas, post-secondary education, studying a variety of subjects.
Or may want to start a business. Anything they learn here can be applied.
Through the years, MAPS has added a summer program. It built a year-round brick-and-mortar site in Helena, a seasonal program on the Flathead Indian Reservation serving Lake County students. It created an outreach program
called the MAPS Media Lab. And basically, it's a roadshow. It's where we pack up MAPS, our equipment, our instructors, our curriculum, and we bring it to students in communities across the state. We've worked with students for multiple years in Thompson Falls, East Helena, Browning on the Blackfeet Nation, Fort Peck. We had a year-long online program there.
In their work, MAPS has contracted with community organizations and businesses. The students tell stories of their place in Montana.
One interesting aspect within film is the role of place. Without steering students to that, more often than not, where they're from, their place on the planet, and specifically wherever it is across this beautiful state, is part of those stories.
Place. It can be anything from mountains to the plains and hometowns all across the state. Every story has texture.
With regards to their reference for home, for example, students in East Helena, part of their film, one of the characters was a slag pile.
MAPS continues to stretch its mission. It's working in the Fort Belknap community.
Are working right now with tribal community and the school community up there to bring our third brick and mortar up there.
Which means, hello, my friends and relatives. My name is a Little Cloud Woman, and I am Ani and Nakota. And my name is Amelia Blackcrow.
When we come back, a Montana Moment with Fort Belknap filmmaker Amelia Blackcrow.
Yeah, you bet. Montana Moment.
Montana will be seeing many events in the upcoming week. What's coming up and when in your week ahead?
I'm Heidi Miley. Tomorrow morning on NBC Montana Today, we'll be live from 5 to 7 a.m. checking in on any repercussions with our weather systems. We'll be seeing if there are any closures for our schools or services.
We are MAPS Media Institute's presence at Fort Belknap has sparked tremendous interest among students and the entire community. Young people have produced several film projects that have attracted attention from all over the country. Kevin Maki continues our Montana Moment.
When she was a kid, Amelia Blackrow watched movies on VHS tapes so much that she wore the tapes out.
I love film. I love the visual.
It's through visuals that Amelia connects. It's her art form.
We all connect with art. I think it's the easiest way to connect with people. It's the most creative way to connect with people. It helps people show who they really are. You know, you can copy an art style, but once you have your own art style, you notice nobody else can do it. Nobody else can have that. It's your fingerprint.
When MAPS Media Institute came to Fort Belknap, it opened doors for Amelia to build her dream.
Having MAPS Media come out and teach us how to film, how to write, how to tell our stories is important because you're getting us. You're getting the truth, a story you've never heard before.
Amelia and her filmmaking colleagues tell their own stories.
Not from another person's point of view. Our voice is needed because so many people have written our stories for us. That's why we're so stereotypical, because, you know, nobody knows who we are. I am from the Fort Belknap Reservation, and the Native Americans, indigenous people on the reservation are the Aani Nakota, but I like to refer to we as all indigenous people, because we were put through the same thing.
She says when the white man came, he asked the natives how much the land was. And the natives told them you can't buy land because it comes from the Creator.
They didn't understand that, so they put us in reservations and they blocked us off. And they tried to take the save the man, kill the Indian. So I just think that we need to stop thinking about control and start being people.
Amelia believes that filmmaking, visual storytelling, like the training that MAPS provides, can help do that.
And I think that the fact that we want to open up about it and talk about it it's amazing. It's a sign of healing. It's a sign that we're going towards healing.
Amelia is a serious student of her native culture.
We roamed the land. We walked with our buffalo. We followed them. That's why we have our teepees, because they were so easy to take down and put back up. We were mobile.
As a young filmmaker, she hopes to bridge past with present.
It's important to know who you are and your history, because you can't grow and learn if you don't know where you come from.
But she tells her stories through a contemporary lens, from a new generation.
Who we are now. It's from us.
The work of Amelia and her fellow filmmakers have earned a great deal of attention. Through MAPS, several of their films have won regional high school student production awards from the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Northwest Chapter. 2 films were nominated for National Student Production Awards, as well as being invited to screen at several regional film festivals.
Being introduced to this, I've got to go to so many places and see and talk to so many people and even interact with other Native Americans.
Her work, she believes, isn't just to entertain and educate about her native world.
Being Native just adds a whole nother responsibility of preservation.
Amelia is working on her fingerprint.
What I want my fingerprint to be is, I don't want to be known as Amelia, this Native American woman, Amelia, this filmmaker. I want to be known as a person that tried to connect with others.
For Little Cloud Woman from Fort Belknap, there are so many stories to tell. Kevin Maki, NBC, Montana. If you want to watch this story again, or if you missed one of my previous stories, you can watch every Montana moment in a special segment on our website at nbcmontana.com.